What's up YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. For those of you that don't know me, hi, my name is Miguel and I'm sharing my journey building a $100,000 passive income portfolio and of course taking y'all along for the journey. And in today's video, I'm going to tell you why the traditional bank savings account is absolutely dead. But before we get into that, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Leave a like on the video because it does help out the growth of my channel tremendously. Lastly, comment if you guys are still using traditional banks. Absolutely nothing against traditional banks, but I don't think they're giving us the best bang for our buck. And before we get into that, let's roll the intro. As always, we got to go over the portfolio value for the week, because I do keep you guys updated on how my portfolio is performing on a weekly basis. So as we can see on the day, the portfolio was sitting at $15,383.17. We had a pretty decent day in the market on Friday, up overall about 2% or about $300. On the week, I'm down $9 or about 0.6%. On the month, I'm down $940 or about 5.75%. And then on the 3 months, I'm down only $40 or about 0.26%. On the year, I am up $608 or about 4.12%. And then on the all-time, I'm up $1,829 or about 13.5%. We've had a rough last month, as we can see with my portfolio, but that's completely okay because in the meantime, as we can see, I'm getting paid passive income regardless of the market going up or down. And right now I just have more opportunity to buy more shares at a cheaper price, as y'all know are going to give me more dividends and just continue to generate me more passive income. Now hopping into the portfolio buys that I did do for this week, the first one being Costco. As we can see with Costco, about $60.35 worth of Costco, and that ultimately gave me 0.12 shares and an average price of $501.80 per share. I talk about Costco on my TikTok all the time. I want them to be part of my foundation of my portfolio. I want Costco, Microsoft, Apple, Coke, Hormel Foods. I want these 6 or 7 stocks that I really love. I want them to be the foundation of my portfolio. In the past couple of months, they have gone low in regards to the amount there are in my portfolio. So I slowly want to start bringing them back up. But Costco took a little bit of a dip over the past week. Of course, I'm going to buy some more shares of Costco. The next buy that I did was Microsoft. I bought $59.38 worth of Microsoft, and as we can see, that ultimately gave me 0.22 shares at an average price of $267.08 per share. Like I said with Costco, I just want to build up my position in Microsoft. I want all of these core stocks in my portfolio to be about 30 to 35% of my entire portfolio. Right now, they did dwindle down to about 20%, so I'm slowly building on top of that. Now, hopping into the reason why I personally think traditional savings accounts are dead, well, mainly the first and only reason that I think is because of the APY. The average APY on a traditional savings account is 0.06%, which for every $10,000 you put in, you're only getting about $6 a year. That's pretty bad. Now, why is this bad though? Now, I'm sure as most of you know, inflation is really high right now. In case you don't know, let me mansplain it for you. The average inflation rate in the US before the pandemic was 1.23%, which even when it was averaging 1.23%, our traditional banks were not even beating that. Now we're averaging about a 3% inflation rate. So in order to just break even with your money in your savings account, you have to get a 3% return on your money. And traditional banks are just not cutting it. But don't get me wrong, I still have some money in my traditional bank savings account. I just don't have all of my savings in it. And that's because I personally get a 0.25% APY on my money. That is below the average. And the reason that I'm okay with having that money there is because it's liquid cash. And I want to be able to pull that money out anytime that I can. More specifically for a house buying opportunity. So it's just going to be sitting there for the time being. But once I did hit my savings goal of having that amount of cash available to buy a house potentially, I'm looking to get a much greater return on my money or a greater APY, and it at least has to be 3% because of inflation. Now, how am I going to beat that 3% inflation rate, or at least try to? Well, the first one being an alternative savings account by Yada Finance. If you don't know what Yada is, basically it's a lottery system in which for every $25 that you put into the savings account, you are going to get one ticket for the week, just like the lottery. And there are tons of prizes that you can win. Anything from about 10 cents all the way up to $10 million or a Tesla. And unlike the traditional lottery, you actually get to keep your money even after you play. I've been using this for a little bit over a year now. And as we can see, I have about $724.29 in it right now. I am averaging about a 1.4% APY on my money, but it definitely does beat my traditional bank savings account. And of course, with the opportunity to win tons of great prizes and still keep your money, it's like playing the lottery for free. There's no reason to pull my money out of this right now. I have definitely loved using Yada in the past year and a half that I have had them. So Yada Finance is definitely one of my top go-tos in alternative savings accounts. The next alternative savings account that I'm personally using to get a greater APY on my money is Outlet Finance. Outlet Finance is a little bit different. They're in the crypto space, but they're going to give you up to a 9% APY on your money for leveraging your money through crypto. I have been using Outlet Finance for a little over a year now, and the reason that I like using Outlet Finance is because it does diversify my portfolio a lot. I can now dip into crypto while getting a consistent return on my money. It's pretty simple to use. I just throw my money in here. I don't really think about it, and I check back in a couple of months. I'm getting $20 to $30 payments for doing absolutely nothing. To me, this is another great way to diversify your alternative savings accounts, specifically through crypto, and it's going to give you a steady, consistent payout. Now, a brand new thing that I'm personally trying out when it comes to alternative savings is trying high yielding dividend stocks. Now, I know it goes against traditional dividend investing, but the way that I'm looking at investing into these high yielding dividend stocks is like an alternative savings account. All the money that I have put into these accounts so far is money that is not sitting in my traditional bank savings account. So I'm going to get a greater APY on my money. I don't look at this as a long-term buy. I'm going to make my money in this and eventually get out in the near future. But for the time being, I do have QYLD, which if you don't know is a covered call ETF. What they do is leverage your money, make covered calls, and share the profits with you. And the reason that I choose QYLD is because they consistently pay a dividend. Now, they don't consistently increase that dividend. It does fluctuate like crazy, but it fluctuates between a 9 and 12% APY on your money every single month. So that's what I want. I want consistent 9 to 12% APY on my money every single month. At the moment, I do have $300 of QYLD in, which give me around 14.79 shares. And my current average price right now is $20.27. And as we can see, I'm down overall about $23 or about 7.89%, which with 14 shares, I'm gonna make that $23 back. And of course, they are going to continue to fluctuate like crazy because they are a covered call ETF, and the market performance is really going to dictate how they perform. So I know my risk, I understand it. I'm just dabbling in alternative ways to increase my APY, and I think QYLD is going to give me some great dividends. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments, but I know it's not traditional dividend investing. Again, this is just me testing out the waters with alternative savings and getting a greater dividend yield and APY on my money. Along the same lines as QYLD, I want to start investing into JEPI, which if you don't know what JEPI is, it's a Chase Bank Equity Premium Income ETF. So what they're trying to do is be a more aggressive version of the S&P 500, but also giving us the investors consistent monthly income. This is one that I'm thinking about getting into. I haven't gotten into yet. Let me know what you guys think about JEPI in the comments. Again, I am just dabbling in different ways to bring up my APY on a monthly basis. And that's pretty much it. The traditional bank savings account is dead. It does not beat inflation. I'm trying my hardest to explore and get the best ways to save alternatively, whether that be through the stock market and high paying different stocks or through alternative savings accounts. But that's going to be it for the video this week. I hope you all enjoyed. Comment what you think about my aggressive high paying dividend stocks that I'm investing into now, or if you use any of the alternative savings account that I did mention. And then lastly, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and then leave a like on the video because it helps out the growth of my channel tremendously. I'm trying to grow on here just as much as I am on TikTok, so I appreciate all the love and support that you all give me here. And that's going to be it for this week. I will catch y'all next week. Peace.